Okay, Alex, it's great to meet you.
Thank you.
I'm Andy. I'll be rowing in one of these boats, which I know a lot of science is going to be based around. Do you want to give us a little bit of an intro as to who you are and what you're doing?
My name is Prof Alex Ford. I'm a marine biologist and I study the effects of us humans on the marine environment. And delighted to be given this opportunity from the University of Portsmouth to work with GB Row, because I think it's an awesome opportunity to be doing some really world-class research on the back of what is quite a really hard endurance rowing event.
Well, so from my perspective, it's the rowing. I've never been in an event which actually draws out so much purpose and science into a rowing event, and probably the other way around actually. Do you want to tell us a bit more about what these boats are going to carry and what you're going to get from this opportunity?
So we'll be taking DNA samples every day as we go around, and we'll be able to see that change in biodiversity around the coast. We'll be taking plastic samples, and obviously the public are quite conscious about the effects of plastic pollution and the impact it's having on wildlife. We will be able to see whether there are certain locations of Great Britain which have huge amounts of plastic in the water and others which don't, and possibly change over time. And the last thing that we'll be doing is measuring sound. So there'll be a hydrophone fitted to the boat which can not only pick up how noisy the environment is, and you'll be going past through some heavy shipping lanes at some points during your journey. We'll be able to hear that noise of all the shipping, the drilling activity of offshore exploration, but hopefully we'll be hearing little clicks and whistles of whales and dolphins, because people kind of think of these whales and dolphins in areas of tropical waters and things, and there are many, many different species of whales and dolphins around our coast all the time. We just don't see them.
It's going to be a voyage of discovery for a lot of us. Obviously, a lot of science goes on around the UK. I mean, surely stuff like this has been done before.
Parts of this is done before, but it's done in a very directed way at set locations. You very rarely get an opportunity to do science in one whole go. So this will be the first complete soundscape right the way around Great Britain. And that's an amazing opportunity because you can see it changing through time and also through geographical space as well. Yeah. So we will be able to see, as we move northerly, more northern species that you might expect. But then again, we might pick up some of those rare species that we thought may longer be there, or we thought their populations are so low that you very rarely get to see them. Yeah. And again, frighteningly, we might pick up some of the species that we weren't hoping to see, and these invasive species which sometimes can come in and cause damage to some of our habitats.
So there's a lot of data going to come from these boats. Give me a bit more of a picture about being able to use all of that, the overlaying bit, and the purpose, and who can use this? I mean, where is this going to go?
Well, we know our shipping patterns are going to change through time. Shipping has an effect on wildlife, maybe through the noise it makes, or the litter it makes, or the pollution it gives off. So we'll be able to see how shipping patterns are changed through time, through the noise that they give off. We'll be able to see how species changes through time. If you take, for example, climate change and our oceans expecting to get a lot warmer, there will be shifts in the species distribution up Great Britain. So we'll be able to see that, and we'll have that snapshot. But the important bit is we'll be able to map it, and it'll be like a heat map where you'll see hot spots of biodiversity or hot spots of noise, hot spots of pollution, and we'll be able to overlay them. Are there less whales and dolphins in the area where there's the most noise? Yeah. Are there less biodiversity in the area where there's most pollution? And it may be that we see plastic pollution. The plastic pollution might not be the cause of the reduced biodiversity, but the plastic pollution will be a proxy of many other different chemical pollutants as well, because they come down our rivers and out through our sewage like many other pollutants.
Personally, I'm very interested in how this could impact the younger generation. You know, what could set in motion here for years to come, and how do you think it could reach out?
GB Row has got the motto, race with a purpose, and it really does have that purpose. It's not only hopefully delivering world-class science, but it'll be delivering world-class education and changing behaviours of our youth, hopefully inspiring kids in school to get interested in the oceans, in the impacts us humans are having on the oceans, hopefully encouraging them to go into science and technology subjects as well, because we need the best brains going forward to look after the planet. We only have one planet, and there's only a finite amount of resources. So if we can just continue to put forward that message and make people aware of the importance of the ocean on our own health. Human health is inextricably linked to the health of our environment through the food we eat, our mental well-being, the air we breathe, the ability to soak up the carbon dioxide that we put into the atmosphere. The ocean is a sink for that. We need to get across that message to make sure that all generations kind of change their behaviours in a way that makes our lives more sustainable. So if we can encourage those students through doing amazing events like this to come on board and change behaviours and just move forward in life in a way that they're looking out for the planet around them, then it's a job done.
If we were to have a spare seat, are you going to come on board and join us?
I think I'll be quite happy to stay in the lab and just keep an eye on where you are on the GPS.
Yeah, maybe like pencil you in.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll turn up when you pop in the corks at the other side, I think.
Well, that's how you bring the champagne.
Okay.
We'll bring it home. No, good. Well, look, thank you very much. It's been great to catch up, and we look forward to giving you that data.
Thank you. Cheers.